If you have these 6 traits, you're different from most people. Psychologists have found that only a small percentage of people possess specific personality traits that make them stand out from the rest, if you have these 6 characteristics. You're one of a kind, and today we're going to reveal what they are. 1. You question everything most people accept. Things at face value, they follow rules, believe what they're told, and rarely dig deeper. But if you constantly ask why, if you challenge conventional wisdom, and if you refuse to accept things just because that's the way they've always been, then you're different. This trait means you're naturally curious, open-minded, and unafraid to push boundaries. It's a sign of intelligence and independence. But it can also make you feel like an outsider in a world that values conformity when you question everything. It means your mind is wired for growth and discovery. You are not satisfied with surface-level explanations. You seek truth, logic, and understanding in every situation. This ability to think critically helps you make better decisions in life and avoid manipulation while others simply follow trends or rules without questioning you. Dig deeper to understand the reason behind them, which allows you to grow wiser and more self-aware over time. People with this mindset often become innovators, scientists, and thought leaders because they don't just accept reality as it is. They shape it with their questions. And insights, your curiosity becomes your compass, guiding you toward self-mastery and deeper knowledge about how the world truly works. And this inner drive to explore and understand helps you evolve beyond limitations imposed by society. You begin to realize that every belief and system can be questioned, refined, or even rebuilt into something greater, leading you toward a life filled with purpose and awareness. You prefer deep conversations over small talk. For most people, casual chit-chat is enough. They're happy to discuss the weather, the latest TV show, or what they had for lunch, but for you, that's not enough. You crave meaningful discussions about life, dreams, struggles, and ideas that actually matter. You'd rather talk about the universe than the latest gossip, and that can make you seem intense to those who don't think the same way. But it also means that when you connect with someone, it's real. Your conversations have purpose and emotional depth. They help you learn and grow, and they connect you with others on a soul level rather than a surface level. You find value in vulnerability and truth rather than meaningless chatter, and this is what separates you from the crowd. People who love deep talks, usually, possess strong empathy and intellectual curiosity. They see beyond appearances and want to understand human nature. They are driven by authentic connection, not attention. This trait helps build stronger relationships because when you speak from the heart and listen with intent, you create an atmosphere of honesty and emotional safety where real trust can grow. And over time, these kinds of connections shape the way you see life. You begin to appreciate moments of silence, shared understanding, and genuine emotion because deep conversation isn't just about words, it's about feeling seen and understood. And that kind of depth creates a bond no surface talk can ever replace. You think before you speak. A lot of people blurt things out. Without considering the impact of their words, they talk just to talk, filling silences with whatever comes to mind. But if you pause before responding carefully, choosing your words, you're different. You understand the power of language and prefer to speak with intention. This trait makes you a great listener and someone people trust for advice. But it can also make you seem quiet or reserved to those who don't understand your thoughtfulness. Thinking before you speak shows wisdom, emotional intelligence, and maturity. It means you care about the energy you put into the world and the effect your words have on others. It is a sign of inner calm and self-control, something very rare in a world that rewards quick reactions over mindful communication. This ability allows you to navigate conflicts more gracefully, because instead of reacting impulsively, you respond with understanding and balance. People like you bring peace to chaotic situations because you value clarity over noise and sincerity over speed, and this habit also earns you respect because it shows that you communicate not to dominate, but to connect. Your presence has a calming effect, and your words carry weight because they come from a place of awareness and integrity. You're comfortable being alone. Most people are terrified of being alone. They fill every moment with distractions, social media, constant texting, background noise, anything to avoid silence, but you don't mind solitude. In fact, you thrive in it. You use alone time to think, create, and recharge while others feel the need to be surrounded by people. You're perfectly happy in your own company. This trait can make you seem mysterious or even intimidating, but it's also a sign of deep self-awareness and confidence. When you are comfortable with your own presence, you stop seeking validation from others. You begin to understand your true desires and direction in life. Solitude becomes your place of strength and reflection, where you heal your mind and build emotional resilience. People who value solitude are often more productive and creative because silence allows their minds to wander freely and discover insights. Others might miss alone time becomes your sacred space where ideas bloom and where emotional clarity replaces confusion, and the more time you spend alone, the more grounded you become because solitude teaches you to rely on your own thoughts and energy rather than needing constant external stimulation. It becomes a spiritual experience, a journey inward where you learn who you truly are without the world's noise shaping your identity. You're not afraid to be different. Most people fear standing out. They dress, act, and think in ways that help them blend in. But if you embrace your uniqueness, if you wear what you love, think your own thoughts, and live life on your own terms, then you're different. You don't follow trends just because they're popular. You don't change yourself to fit in instead. You lean into what makes you. This trait makes you strong and authentic. But it can also make you feel like an outsider in a world that rewards sameness when you choose to be yourself fully. It shows courage and self-respect you. Become an inspiration for others to do the same. Being different means you have the power to influence without even trying because your authenticity speaks louder than conformity. People who embrace individuality are often leaders and visionaries because they create their own path rather than walking one that others have built. Your ability to stand in your truth even when it's unpopular gives you magnetic confidence that others can feel and admire, and what's even more powerful is that your individuality becomes your legacy. Your freedom to think, act, and live authentically sparks change in those around you, showing that being true to yourself is not rebellion, it's liberation. You feel things deeply while most people brush things off easily. You experience emotions on a deeper level, whether it's joy, sadness, love, or even frustration. You feel everything in a way that's almost overwhelming. You're highly empathetic, picking up on the emotions of others, and often sensing things before they're even said. This depth of feeling makes you incredibly compassionate, but it can also make life more intense. Not everyone understands this kind of emotional depth, but it's one of the things that makes you truly unique. People like you bring emotional understanding to a world that often hides from its own feelings. You make others feel seen and understood because you experience the full range of human emotion. With honesty and heart, feeling deeply is not a weakness. It's a strength because it allows you to connect with others in ways that logic alone never could. Your sensitivity becomes your intuition, guiding you toward people, situations, and choices that align with your true emotional energy. And though this depth can sometimes feel heavy, it also allows you to see beauty in places others overlook. Your emotions become your superpower, turning pain into wisdom and love into light. Being different isn't always easy. Sometimes it feels like you don't quite fit in, like the world doesn't fully understand you, but the truth is, your uniqueness is your strength. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you see the world, it all makes you special. So if you have these 6 traits, embrace them. They don't make you strange. They make you one of a kind. Your mind, your heart, and your presence have a rare combination of depth, wisdom, and emotional intelligence that set you apart from most people. And while being different might sometimes feel lonely, it is also what gives your life purpose, meaning, and authenticity. Never forget that what makes you stand out is also what makes you powerful. The world needs people like you who think deeply, feel sincerely, and live authentically, because it's people like you who inspire progress, awaken truth, and remind others of what it really means to be human. And as you continue to grow, you'll realize that your uniqueness isn't a flaw. It's a gift, a light meant to guide others toward authenticity, courage, and understanding. Your difference is your beauty and your voice is your strength, so never dim it for the comfort of others, because your soul was born to stand out and make the world remember what genuine humanity feels like.